Every day is a new opportunity to change the course of your life, a chance to grow in ways you never imagined. Your journey of improvement is not always marked by dramatic events, but by the quiet, steady progress that builds character over time. You may not see it immediately, yet deep inside, you are evolving, learning, and becoming more than you were yesterday. In the simple, consistent actions you take, from choosing to see every challenge as a lesson, to developing the discipline to persist when it matters most, there are signs of growth that are both subtle and profound. As you move through each day, you begin to notice that the quality of your thoughts and habits is slowly transforming your potential into reality. These signs of progress, though they may seem invisible at first, are the building blocks of lasting success. They remind you that just like a seed that pushes through the soil to meet the light, you too are breaking through your limits, growing faster than you think. The first sign is that you begin to embrace challenges as opportunities. Every challenge you encounter is a hidden opportunity waiting to be discovered. In the quiet moments of your day when obstacles arise, you begin to see that what once seemed like setbacks are actually stepping stones to greater growth. Imagine a time when a problem at work or a personal disappointment struck you hard. What if instead of succumbing to frustration, you chose to view that very challenge as the universe's way of teaching you something invaluable? When you shift your mindset from resisting difficulty to embracing it, you unlock an inner reservoir of strength that propels you forward. As you stand in the midst of adversity, the language you use in your own mind transforms. The familiar words of complaint or defeat begin to morph into phrases that celebrate the learning process. Instead of saying, "This is too hard," you find yourself affirming, "This is an opportunity to learn and grow." In that moment, the discomfort of the challenge becomes a signal that you are stepping out of your comfort zone, a zone where true progress lies. Every difficulty is not a barrier to your success, but a necessary detour that enriches your journey, allowing you to gather wisdom that will serve you in future endeavors. Yes. Instead of saying, "This is too hard," you find yourself affirming, "This is an opportunity to learn and grow." In that moment, the discomfort of the challenge becomes a signal that you are stepping out of your comfort zone, a zone where true progress lies. Every difficulty is not a barrier to your success, but a necessary detour that enriches your journey, allowing you to gather wisdom that will serve you in future endeavors. Over time, you notice that the very obstacles that once made you feel small now become the building blocks of your resilience. Each challenge you face teaches you to analyze its root cause, to dissect its components, and to reassemble a strategy that works better than before. This process of adaptation becomes a daily practice, a ritual of turning setbacks into lessons. In quiet reflection, you see that the courage to persist, even when the outcome is uncertain, is what separates those who eventually succeed from those who give up too soon. There is a profound joy in the gradual accumulation of these hard-won lessons. When you encounter a new challenge, your internal dialogue is filled with curiosity rather than dread. You ask yourself, "What will this experience teach me?" Or, "How can I turn this situation into a catalyst for my growth?" Such questions, repeated day in and day out, foster a mindset of perpetual improvement, a mindset that builds character and deepens your resolve. With every problem overcome, you solidify a belief that your potential is not fixed but expandable, and that each hurdle is merely a temporary state on your path to mastery. This perspective doesn't materialize overnight. It is cultivated through consistency and mindful reflection. Over the months and years, as you encounter challenges repeatedly, you begin to appreciate that that the very act of overcoming adversity enriches your life. Your responses become more measured, and your determination grows stronger with each experience. You start to observe that the obstacles you once saw as insurmountable now serve as reminders of your ability to adapt and thrive. The process of embracing challenges transforms you internally, building a resilience that permeates every aspect of your daily life. In every setback, there is a seed of opportunity. As you nurture that seed through deliberate action and reflective thought, it blossoms into a testament to your relentless pursuit of excellence. The energy generated by facing and overcoming difficulties fuels your momentum, ensuring that each day you grow a little more, learn a little deeper, and step closer to the person you are destined to become. When you look back on your journey, the moments of struggle and the lessons learned from each challenge become the very fabric of your success, woven together with the threads of perseverance, wisdom, and unwavering commitment to growth. The second sign, you begin to see clarity in your vision amid the fog of uncertainty. Every day as you progress on your journey, you start to notice that the obstacles which once seemed overwhelming now serve as guideposts, leading you toward a clear understanding of your purpose. In moments that previously left you questioning your path, you now find that your mind is sharpening, distilling complex challenges into simple, actionable insights. It is as if the clutter of confusion has slowly been swept away, leaving behind a focused lens through which you view your goals. When you reflect on your progress, you realize that each setback and moment of struggle has gradually contributed to a deeper awareness of what truly matters. Instead of feeling lost in a sea of uncertainty, you now see the outline of your future with remarkable clarity. The doubts that once clouded your vision have given way to a resolute determination, a determination to pursue a purpose that is unmistakably yours. Every challenge has refined your priorities, revealing that what you once perceived as obstacles were, in reality, the stepping stones to a more refined and directed life. This transformation is not a sudden epiphany, but a gradual evolution. Over time, you start to understand that the clarity you now enjoy is built on the foundation of every lesson learned along the way. As you face the trials of everyday life, the murkiness of confusion is replaced by the unmistakable light of focus. In the quiet moments of reflection, whether at the break of dawn or during a pause in a busy day, you find yourself asking, what is truly important here? And how can I align my actions with the vision that is emerging within me? These questions, repeated with persistence, serve as a compass, guiding you to filter out the trivial and zero in on the transformative. Imagine that each day you peel back another layer of uncertainty, revealing a more vivid picture of your potential. The once ambiguous path now becomes a series of well-defined milestones, each one representing a victory over the chaos that once reigned. With every obstacle you overcome, your mind grows sharper and your focus more acute. You begin to see that your growth isn't measured solely by the absence of struggle, but by the clarity that emerges from wrestling with challenges. In this process, you learn to appreciate the importance of vision, a vision that is continually refined by the realities of your experiences. There is an empowering sense in realizing that the clarity you experience today was forged in the fires of your past struggles. The fog of uncertainty gradually lifts as you learn to discern the signal from the noise. With each decision made and every obstacle surmounted, you cultivate an inner vision that guides you with unwavering precision. That vision becomes the benchmark against which you measure your progress, an internal yardstick that assures you that you're not merely drifting, but moving purposefully toward your dreams. Over time, this clarity transforms how you interact with the world. You begin to notice that your decisions become more deliberate, your priorities more aligned with your true purpose, and your path more certain. The confusion that once held you back is replaced by a steadfast understanding that your life is unfolding in the direction you were meant to go. In every challenge, every moment of introspection, and every deliberate action, you see the proof of your growth. The clear, unyielding realization that you are developing faster than you ever imagined. Okay, here's the third sign. Your resilience is growing in ways that no setback can obscure. Every challenge you face now serves as a stepping stone, reinforcing a strength that was once hidden behind moments of uncertainty. Over time, the difficulties that once made you falter now become the very foundation upon which your determination is built. There is a subtle yet powerful transformation happening within you, one where you begin to welcome adversity as a necessary companion on the path to success. In those moments when the world seems to test your resolve, you notice that your heart beats a little steadier and your mind a little clearer. The obstacles you encounter no longer paralyze you. Instead, they awaken a deep-seated perseverance that propels you forward. It's of uncertain. Over time, the difficulties that once made you falter now become the very foundation upon which your determination is built. There is a subtle yet powerful transformation happening within you, one where you begin to welcome adversity as a necessary companion on the path to success. In those moments when the world seems to test your resolve, you notice that your heart beats a little steadier and your mind a little clearer. The obstacles you encounter no longer paralyze you. Instead, they awaken a deep-seated perseverance that propels you forward. You start to realize that the rough patches are not signs of failure, but evidence of a journey that is rich with learning. The discomfort of past trials has given way to a quiet confidence. A confidence that tells you, I have faced hardships before, and I have grown stronger because of them. Each time you overcome a hurdle, you add another layer of fortitude to your character. It is as if the universe is gradually sculpting you into someone who is unshakable, someone who meets adversity with an unbreakable spirit. Every setback now becomes a catalyst for reflection and reinvention. In the still moments of contemplation, you observe that your reaction to difficulties has evolved dramatically. Whereas once you might have been overwhelmed by challenges, you now view them as opportunities to test your limits and learn valuable lessons about your own capacity. There is a shift in your inner dialogue, a steady voice that says, this is just another part of the journey. That voice, cultivated through countless experiences, fuels your ambition and keeps your eyes fixed on the future rather than the pain of the present. Imagine each trial as a weight that, when lifted consistently, builds not just physical strength, but an enduring inner power. With every challenge, you forge a mental resilience that becomes the backbone of your success. Your perspective shifts. Instead of seeing a mountain, you see a series of manageable steps leading upward. In the quiet moments after a difficult day, you reflect on the lessons hidden in each hardship, recognizing that what once felt like insurmountable barriers are now simply markers along a path that only you can navigate. This transformation in your resilience is not an overnight miracle, but a gradual, powerful evolution. The weight of past struggles, once a burden, now fuels a forward motion, a motion that is deliberate and imbued with the wisdom of experience. You begin to understand that each trial you endure is an investment in your future, building a mental fortitude that no external force can diminish. There's a rhythm to your progress, With every challenge faced and every setback overcome, your capacity to endure becomes more refined, your focus sharper, and your determination more robust. The resilience you are developing is evident in how you manage stress and adversity. Instead of giving in to the chaos of life, you find moments of calm within the storm, moments where you center your thoughts and reconnect with your inner strength. This habit of meeting difficulties head-on without succumbing to despair becomes a silent testimony to your growing inner power. You notice that the fear and hesitation that once held you back are gradually replaced by a confidence that you can handle whatever comes your way. Each experience, whether joyous or challenging, adds to the reservoir of strength that defines your journey. You begin to see that the essence of your growth lies not in avoiding hardship, but in embracing it and emerging stronger. The obstacles you encounter serve as reminders of your capability, each one carving a clearer path toward a future where your resilience is your most trusted ally. In the tapestry of your life, every difficult thread interweaves with moments of triumph, creating a resilient fabric that supports you through all of life's seasons. With each passing day, you become more adept at turning setbacks into setups for future victories. The challenges you face are no longer sources of discouragement, but are transformed into stepping stones that propel you forward, reflecting a growth in resilience that is both undeniable and inspiring. This is the third sign of rapid growth, the unmistakable evolution of your resilience into a force that not only endures, but thrives, guiding you to higher levels of achievement and deeper levels of understanding about what it means to truly overcome. Next dot. The fourth sign is when your ability to adapt and innovate is growing stronger every day. Every time change comes knocking at your door, you find yourself opening it with a readiness that once felt foreign. In the past, you might have hesitated at the first sign of uncertainty or clung to familiar routines, fearing that change might disrupt your comfort zone. Now you discover that each unexpected twist in your journey is not an interruption, but a spark for creative problem solving, a catalyst that forces you to think differently and explore new possibilities. You begin to notice a shift in your inner dialogue where the word challenge is replaced by opportunity. When obstacles arise, instead of lamenting the loss of the status quo, you welcome the chance to experiment with new ideas. Your mind, once fixed in the ways of old, is now a fertile ground for innovation. Every unforeseen circumstance or unplanned event becomes a lesson, a reminder that growth is not static, but a dynamic process built on the courage to take risks and to step outside of what is known. There is a certain excitement in the unpredictability of life, a thrill that comes from knowing that each change holds the potential for transformation. This evolution in your mindset isn't about reckless abandon. It is a calculated, disciplined openness to learning from every experience. You start to see patterns in the chaos, understanding that even the smallest innovations can lead to significant breakthroughs. It is as if you're fine-tuning an instrument, where every note of change contributes to a harmonious, resilient melody that propels you forward. Imagine facing a situation that once would have made you anxious, an unexpected setback at work, or a sudden shift in your personal plans. Now, instead of succumbing to worry, you pause, reflect, and ask yourself, what new solution can I create from this? That question becomes a mantra that reorients your energy from resistance to resourcefulness. Your ability to pivot quickly, to adjust your course without losing sight of your ultimate vision, reveals an inner strength that many envy but few possess. Every innovation, Every adaptive strategy you employ is evidence of a mindset that is no longer rigid, but fluid, capable of absorbing new ideas and reshaping your approach accordingly. This fluidity is the hallmark of true growth, for it means that you are not defined by your past methods, but are continuously evolving toward a more effective and enlightened version of yourself. In the quiet moments of reflection, you recognize that the discomfort of change is temporary and that its payoff is the ability to seize opportunities that others might miss. Your environment, once a fixed backdrop, now seems to shift and respond to your new, dynamic perspective. You notice that even the smallest changes, a new routine, a fresh idea sparked by a conversation, a different approach to an old problem, accumulate over time, building a momentum that is unmistakable. Every time you challenge your assumptions, every time you invite a new idea into your life, you are nurturing a resilience that is rooted in the willingness to embrace the unknown. It is in this willingness to adapt that you unlock the power to innovate. Your mind becomes a canvas, open to the brushstrokes of creativity that turn obstacles into stepping stones. When you observe that each unanticipated event brings with it a spark of insight, you begin to see that growth is measured not only by what you achieve, but by how you transform challenges into opportunities. This transformation is gradual and deeply rooted in your daily choices. A choice to remain open, to learn, and to continuously seek better ways to navigate your path. As the days pass, you notice that even when faced with repeated disruptions, your reactions are calmer, more measured, and infused with a quiet confidence. The fear of change that once loomed large has diminished, replaced by a sense of possibility and purpose. Each new idea you nurture, each new method you adopt, becomes a testament to your growing ability to not only withstand change, but to harness it as a tool for personal and professional advancement. Your innovative spirit, sharpened by the challenges of an ever-evolving world, is a clear sign that you are growing faster than you might have ever imagined. Next. The fifth sign is that your persistence in overcoming obstacles is becoming ever more pronounced. Every challenge that you once saw as an insurmountable wall now appears as a mere stepping stone, a chance to fortify your resolve and sharpen your determination. Each time adversity knocks on your door, you answer with a commitment that refuses to be defeated by the setback. You are noticing that what once might have derailed you now fuels a quiet inner strength. A strength that whispers, I will rise, I will learn, and I will overcome. In moments when the road seems rugged and the obstacles daunting, you find yourself pausing only to reflect, then pressing forward with renewed energy. There is a clarity in your mind now that tells you every misstep carries a lesson, and every temporary failure is simply an opportunity to adjust your course. When you encounter setbacks that previously would have caused you to hesitate, you now see them as catalysts for growth. You have come to understand that the real measure of success is not in avoiding challenges, but in your unwavering capacity to persist despite them. This growing persistence is evident in the way you face your day-to-day difficulties. Whether it's a delay in a project, a moment of self-doubt, or an unexpected twist in your plans, you meet each obstacle with a steady heart and a focused mind. Instead of being paralyzed by fear or frustration, you pause, assess your resources, and then take decisive action. The hesitation that once held you back has been replaced by a calm assurance that every setback is temporary and every struggle is an essential part of your evolution. As you continue to move forward, you begin to see a pattern in your behavior, a pattern where the effort you invest in pushing past challenges is compounded by the lessons learned along the way. Your persistence is not a burst of energy in moments of crisis. It is a steady, unwavering force that drives you to make better decisions and embrace the opportunities hidden within every difficulty. It is as if you are continuously chiseling away at the block of obstacles, revealing a stronger, more refined version of yourself underneath. There is a profound transformation in the way you perceive obstacles now. The fear of failure that once loomed large has diminished into a respectful acknowledgement of the challenges as natural parts of the journey. You now understand that persistence is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be, a bridge built with every calculated risk you take and every small victory you secure. With every experience, you are not only learning the mechanics of resilience, but also building an inner arsenal that empowers you to face future challenges with even greater courage and skill. Natural parts of the journey. You now understand that persistence is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. A bridge built with every calculated risk you take and every small victory you secure. With every experience, you're not only learning the mechanics of resilience, but also building an inner arsenal that empowers you to face future challenges with even greater courage and skill. Imagine a day when an unforeseen problem arises, a delay in a long-awaited opportunity, a conflict at work, or a personal setback that tests your emotional fortitude. In the past, such moments might have left you questioning your path, but now you meet them with the mindset that every struggle is a seed for future success. Each time you confront these difficulties, you add to a growing bank of experience and strength that fortifies your character. This is not about never feeling discouraged. Rather, it is about how swiftly you rebound and how effectively you learn to navigate the terrain of life's challenges. Your persistence manifests in the way you consistently choose to rise after every fall. There is a newfound resilience in your daily actions, a determination that you will not be defined by temporary setbacks. Each moment of perseverance builds a reservoir of inner power, affirming your belief that every challenge you overcome is a building block for a future filled with success. As you reflect on these instances, you realize that persistence is not merely about enduring hardships. It is about harnessing them to propel you toward greater achievements. The transformation in your mindset is unmistakable. What once might have overwhelmed you now serves as the raw material for your growth, a material you shape with discipline, focus, and the relentless pursuit of improvement. Your capacity to persevere, even in the face of daunting challenges, is a clear sign that you are evolving faster than you might have ever imagined. Each challenge met, each obstacle surmounted, adds to the mosaic of your success, illustrating a journey defined by continuous progress and the courage to persist against all odds. Here's the sixth sign. Your willingness to step boldly into the realm of change and risk is unmistakable. Every time you confront the unfamiliar with a curious heart and a determined spirit, you are expanding the boundaries of your growth. In moments when comfort beckons you to remain within known limits, you instead choose to venture into new territory, trusting that the discomfort is temporary and the rewards are lasting. With each calculated risk, you signal to yourself that the potential for success lies not in playing it safe, but in daring to innovate and evolve. You now find that even when faced with uncertainties that once would have paralyzed you, there is a calm assurance that emerges from embracing change. In the quiet moments following a leap of faith, you reflect on the experience with clarity, recognizing that every challenge encountered outside your comfort zone serves as a stepping stone to greater understanding. This is the essence of growth. When you look back and see that what seemed risky or daunting at first has become a testament to your resilience and adaptability. In your daily life, you notice that opportunities which once appeared hidden or unreachable now come into sharper focus. The willingness to embrace risk has redefined your sense of possibility, transforming obstacles into challenges that fuel your progress. Every experience in the realm of uncertainty teaches you a valuable lesson about your own capabilities, strengthening your resolve and broadening your horizons. Instead of fearing the unknown, you now see it as fertile ground for new ideas and breakthroughs, a canvas on which you paint the future with deliberate, courageous strokes, transforming obstacles into challenges that fuel your progress. Every experience in the realm of uncertainty teaches you a valuable lesson about your own capabilities, strengthening your resolve and broadening your horizons. Instead of fearing the unknown, you now see it as fertile ground for new ideas and breakthroughs, a canvas on which you paint the future with deliberate, courageous strokes. This transformation is not instantaneous. It is the result of repeated, deliberate choices to pursue what lies beyond the safe and familiar. Over time, the cumulative effect of these choices builds a formidable inner strength, a quiet confidence that whispers, "I can handle more than I ever imagined." When unexpected circumstances arise, you meet them not with trepidation, but with a sense of curiosity and a readiness to adapt. Your mindset shifts from one of caution to one of opportunity, understanding that every risk taken is an investment in your future self. In the midst of change, you learn to trust the process of trial and error. Each misstep, every small setback, becomes a valuable lesson that refines your judgment and sharpens your decision-making skills. Rather than viewing failure as a final verdict, you see it as a temporary detour, an essential part of a journey that is defined by continuous learning and relentless pursuit of excellence. This evolution in perspective is a clear indicator that you are growing faster than you might have realized. You are not confined by the limitations of past experiences, but are boldly writing new chapters of possibility. Consider the times when you have chosen to venture into uncharted territory. Those moments when you took a risk in your career, in your relationships, or in your personal development. Each of these decisions has contributed to a tapestry of experiences that enrich your life and expand your capacity for success. In the aftermath of a challenging decision, you might have felt uncertainty or even fear. But as you reviewed the results, you discovered that the benefits far outweighed the risks. This emerging pattern of courage in the face of the unknown is a powerful sign that you are evolving. You are cultivating a spirit that is unafraid to transform potential setbacks into platforms for progress. When you embrace change, you are also refining your ability to make decisions under pressure. In a world that is in constant flux, the capacity to pivot swiftly and effectively is a hallmark of rapid growth. You begin to notice that the fear which once held you back is gradually replaced by a natural inclination to seize the moment, to experiment with new strategies, and to trust in your ability to adjust your course as needed. This readiness to adapt is not just about survival, it is about thriving in a dynamic environment where every risk becomes a building block for future achievement. There is an undeniable rhythm in the way you now approach challenges, an inner cadence that celebrates each bold step into the unfamiliar. The hesitation that once silenced your ambitions has been supplanted by an eagerness to test your limits, to learn from every venture into uncharted waters, and to incorporate those lessons into a framework of continuous self-improvement. With every risk embraced, you are not only broadening your skill set, but also fortifying your character, affirming that growth is an ongoing, evolving journey marked by the courage to defy the status quo. Ultimately, the sixth sign of your rapid growth is your emerging ability to view change and risk as allies rather than adversaries. The path you once saw as fraught with peril now gleams with promise and opportunity, a testament to your evolving mindset and the unyielding spirit that drives you forward. Every challenge you overcome, every risk you take, and every new experience you embrace becomes a powerful affirmation that your journey of growth is accelerating and that you are well on your way to achieving levels of success that once seemed beyond your reach. The seventh sign, your inner guidance is emerging with renewed clarity. Every day you begin to notice that the quiet voice within grows louder, more assured, a gentle reminder that your intuition is sharpening and guiding your decisions. This is not merely a fleeting feeling. It is a deep-seated awareness that rises from within, affirming that you are no longer swayed by external noise or temporary trends. Instead, you find that you are increasingly capable of discerning which paths to pursue and which distractions to cast aside. There is a profound change in the way you process your experiences. Where once you might have hesitated, burdened by doubt or second-guessing, you now trust that inner compass to steer you in the right direction. In moments of uncertainty, you pause, take a deep breath, and feel the subtle pull of your instincts, those quiet signals that tell you this is the right move. Or, hold on, there is more to consider here. That internal dialogue is no longer a background murmur. It has transformed into a clear and decisive force that influences your every decision in the right direction. In moments of uncertainty, you pause, take a deep breath, and feel the subtle pull of your instincts. Those quiet signals that tell you this is the right move, or hold on, there is more to consider here. That internal dialogue is no longer a background murmur. It has transformed into a clear and decisive force that influences your every decision. You notice that as your self-awareness deepens, you become more adept at recognizing your own patterns of thought and behavior. In the past, you might have been unaware of the hidden beliefs or biases that shaped your actions, but now you catch them as they emerge, and you address them with thoughtful reflection. This continuous process of introspection not only refines your judgment, but also empowers you to change old habits that no longer serve your growth. There is a newfound ability to step back from the whirlwind of daily life and observe your actions as if from a distance, then recalibrate with the wisdom gained from those reflections. In the stillness of your reflective moments, you begin to see patterns that were once obscured by the rush of everyday living. You realize that the subtle signals, the quick flash of insight before a decision, the lingering thought that nudges you toward a different perspective, are all part of an inner dialogue that grows richer with experience. These insights become the building blocks for a more intentional life, a life where each choice is infused with purpose and self-knowledge. Every time you listen to that inner guidance and act upon it, you are reinforcing your belief in yourself and your capacity to grow beyond your past limitations. This deepening sense of self-awareness transforms how you interact with the world. In conversations, you find that you are more present, more attuned to not only what others are saying, but to the emotions and intentions behind their words. Your enhanced awareness spills over into every aspect of your life, from the way you set priorities in your work to how you nurture your personal relationships. You begin to understand that your inner voice is a reliable source of wisdom, one that becomes clearer as you grow more comfortable with who you are and what you stand for. As you move through your day, the decisions you make increasingly reflect a balance between head and heart. There is a sense of harmony when your rational mind aligns with the intuitive flashes that guide you. Instead of overcomplicating matters with endless deliberation, you trust that the answers are often already within you, waiting to be acknowledged. This trust in your own inner wisdom frees you from the constant need for external validation, and it fuels a quiet confidence that permeates all your endeavors. In practical terms, this sign of rapid growth shows itself in the small, everyday decisions. Perhaps it is the way you quickly sense when a conversation is no longer productive, or the manner in which you instinctively steer clear of distractions that do not align with your true purpose. It might be that you now approach challenges with a calm resolve, knowing that every obstacle contains the seeds of a valuable lesson. The more you nurture this inner guidance, the more natural it becomes, like a muscle that grows stronger with each use, enabling you to navigate life with a clarity and assurance that once seemed beyond your reach. Ultimately, the seventh sign is a testament to the transformation occurring within you. As your inner voice grows in volume and clarity, you begin to experience a life that is increasingly authentic and aligned with your true self. You learn to trust that quiet wisdom that whispers in the stillness of your mind, and in doing so, you unlock a wellspring of potential that propels you forward on your journey to lasting success. Each day is a testament to your relentless progress and the power of intentional growth. Every small step you take, every habit you refine, serves as a building block for the future you envision. The signs you witness, your rising clarity, your deepened self-awareness, and the unwavering trust in your inner guidance are the silent markers of a life evolving in the direction of success. Remember that the journey to growth is not measured by grand gestures, but by the cumulative effect of daily, disciplined choices. As you reflect on the progress you have made, let that reflection fuel your determination to continue investing in yourself. Each decision, each moment of reflection, and each act of self-improvement contributes to a legacy of purpose and fulfillment. Embrace the process with gratitude and steadfast resolve, knowing that your commitment today paves the way for the greatness you are destined to achieve. The future is crafted by those who act with deliberate intention. Keep moving forward and let your life be the living proof of your potential.